Well, I'm on Muir Buckle in a very cold wind. Temperature is 0, so it's a good test for this Páramo Aspira 360 jacket, which I'm wearing for the first time. I was going to say a little more about it up here, but it's actually too cold and too windy, so I'll probably do that when I get lower down into shelter. I'm down in the woods now. It's 4 degrees here, but it feels much warmer because I'm out of the wind, so I can now pause and sit down and talk about this new Páramo Aspira 360 jacket. Now, the Aspira design is in fact an old one, which Páramo discontinued some time ago, which was a shame because I thought it was excellent, but they revived it as one of the 2 360 jackets. And what's interesting is the 360, because the 360 means that this fabric is recycled from old jackets, and the whole garment can also be recycled into new jackets, hence 360 degrees circularity. And Páramo are using a new or newish method of recycling, which they say is better than the one that's been around for 30 odd years, that started in the 90s with recycled fleece, because it doesn't in any way degrade the material each time it's recycled. So you can go on producing top quality goods from the same fabric, recycle it, more top quality goods, which apparently with the old one, after a while, you can't do that anymore. So this seems excellent, and Páramo are promoting it by launching 2 jackets. This one, which is more the mountain jacket of the 2, and I think the other one is the Halcon, which is more a sort of country jacket, longer, bigger pockets, and I think it only comes in olive green. This comes in, I think, 2 colours, this and one other. Now the Aspira jacket itself, as I say, I really like it. It's a smock, but it's got 2 huge side zips. You can see one here and one the other side, which means you can really ventilate well when you need to, much more efficient, and still gives you protection on your chest than in the front zip. There is a short zip here. There are also, which again you can see there, an arm zip for ventilation too. So as far as vents go, this is really superb. The cuffs, as usual with Páramo, are big and baggy, which I like because again you can get airflow over your wrists, but you can cinch them down if you need to over gloves or pull gloves over them. There's a huge pocket on the front in which you can carry phone, gloves, hat, all sorts of items, chocolate bars, and it's easily accessible when you've got a hip belt on. There are 2 smaller velcro closed pockets here, which are good for compass or phone, something like that, or even your car keys. They're quite secure. It's got an excellent hood, which I've had on most of the day, which has a wired brim. It can be cinched down easily over a hat. It can be worn over a helmet, which is not something I will ever do, but it's there for those who want it. Overall, it's hard to fault this as a mountain jacket, maybe 3-season mountain jacket. I wouldn't wear it in summer. It's relatively heavy and bulky, so it's a jacket to wear all day. Today, in fact, was a great day for testing it, because it started out, it was in the woods, was drizzling, sleet, bit of snow, bit of rain, no wind. I was wearing this just over a base layer, as I am now, and it was fine. As soon as the drizzle stopped, I had all the vents undone, I had the hood down because I didn't need the protection, I didn't overheat. Then as I was going up Mere Buckle and got back into the wind again, although I was working hard, I still had to do up the vents, put the hood up, and that kept me warm enough all the way to the summit. And I came down like that a short way, but as soon as I dropped out of the wind, I started unzipping everything again. And so I've stayed comfortable without having to change layers, and the jacket has protected me from all the weather. Now, Páramo say, and I can see no reason why it wouldn't, that this will of course last just as long as a Páramo jacket made out of brand new, previously unused material. Testing that is going to take a very long time because Páramo garments last a very long time. But I'm sure I'll be quite happy to go on wearing this an awful lot in suitable conditions. And of course, being Páramo, it's treated. When that surface treatment wears off, it'll start to absorb water, and then you can retreat it at home easily enough and keep doing that whenever it needs it. How often really depends on how much you wear it, but I reckon on jackets I've usually retreated them once a year, at the start of the winter season when I think I'm going to be wearing it again, and that usually lasts me through until the spring when it gets warm enough that I think, well, I'm not going to wear this anymore. Anyway, this is the new Aspira 360 jacket. I'll put a link to the technical stuff on Páramo's website about the recycling process if you're interested, but I do think it's great that a company is producing something that is not only recycled but can be recycled again and again. Anyway, I shall now continue my walk down through the woods and back to the car. Hope you found this interesting.